Good evening, everyone. I'm Allison Mangiero. I'm the Senior Director of the Adam Smith Society. And again, I am so excited to see so many of you here tonight for our 4th annual national meeting. We have a great program for you, and I am particularly honored to kick things off by introducing a woman who has provided leadership in the form of both actual capital and, more importantly, intellectual capital, since she partnered with us at the Manhattan Institute to found the Adam Smith Society nearly 5 years ago, Marilyn G Fedak. Marilyn has a long and storied career on Wall Street, and I'm going to read it so I don't miss anything. She joined Sanford C. Bernstein in 1984 as a senior portfolio manager. She served as AllianceBernstein's chief financial officer for U.S. large cap value equities from 1993 to 2009. She became the business head of Bernstein Global Value Equities, and in 2009, she became named the vice chair of investment services. Marilyn was president of the Sanford C. Bernstein Mutual Funds. She was a partner at AllianceBernstein, and she served on Sanford C. Bernstein's board of directors. She is a chartered financial analyst. She has a BA from Smith College and an MBA from Harvard University. But if you talk to Marilyn about her career, she'll tell you that one of the initiatives she's most proud of is creating and heading her firm's talent development team. Marilyn has a knack for spotting and developing talent, and her work with the Adam Smith Society is a testament to that. You see, Marilyn doesn't just believe deeply in our mission, and trust me, she believes it. She lives it. She evangelizes it. She's an intellectual businesswoman that publicly defends business and our capitalist system. But she also had the foresight to recognize your talent, the talent of all of you sitting in this room, and the value proposition of the network that we could all build as capitalists for capitalism. And so Marilyn has given of her time, visiting many of your chapters to discuss the virtues of the free market system and how to lead for a free market, but also to get to know all of you. The success of the Adam Smith Society, current and future, is a testament to her vision and her devotion to our mission and our members. Simply put, without Marilyn's leadership, the Adam Smith Society would not exist. As a final note, many of you may not know this, but Marilyn was a cheerleader in high school, and she often describes herself as the chief cheerleader of the Adam Smith Society. But at last year's national meeting, another title was bestowed upon her, one that as an Italian that loves a good Godfather reference I much prefer. So without further ado, if you could please join me in welcoming a woman without whom none of us would be here tonight, the godmother of the Adam Smith Society, Marilyn G Fedak.
Thank you, Allison. That was very nice. I'm not really a very touchy-feely person, but I have to say that has me a little bit choked up. It was really, really good. So let me add my welcome to Allison's to the 4th annual national meeting of the Adam Smith Society. We are so excited to have you all here. You know, when the Manhattan Institute and I co-founded the Adam Smith Society 5 years ago, I don't think that we ever thought that we would be so successful in such short a period of time. And that we have been is really due to so much that we have received from so many people that are in the room today. The individual donors and the foundations that have given us so much financial support, the trustees of the Manhattan Institute who so wholeheartedly have endorsed and supported this program, the staff of the Adam Smith Society, each and every one of whom is great, but I have to say, there are 2 people that I want to give special thanks to, and that's Allison Mangiero and Molly Harsh, who I am sure every single student in this room knows one or the other. They have been the linchpins of the society from its very beginning, and much of our success really accrues to them. So thank you, guys. You're amazing. And last but not least, I'd like to thank the students, to all of you who have joined the society, and particularly the chapter leaders who have worked so hard on our behalf. You know, the guys at Manhattan Institute and Adam Smith and I can sit around boardrooms in New York all day and have great ideas, but they're not going to amount to a hill of beans unless we have you out there in the field making them a reality. So thank you so much. Now, I think that many of you know that we founded the Adam Smith Society in reaction to the widespread bashing of capitalism that we saw in the wake of the financial crisis. We could not sit idly by. The benefits of our economic system are too great, and we believe and believed that they had to be defended. As we see it, these benefits fall into three major categories. The first of these are the pragmatic benefits of capitalism. You know what they are, right? Job creation, economic growth, social mobility, and of course, innovation. These are so well known that I think they're taken for granted. They shouldn't be. They are fundamental to our way of life, and they could disappear quickly. The second is the morality of capitalism, something that Adam Smith was the first to recognize and popularize. Since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution some 200 years ago, capitalism has allowed millions of people to pull themselves out of poverty and to improve their standards of living. There is no other economic system in the history of the world that has allowed individuals to do that, and I think that's deeply moral. And last, the strong connection between our economic system and our personal freedoms. If you can't retain what you own or earn, if you can't hire or fire at will, if you can't enter freely into contracts and speak your mind without fear of retaliation, then you aren't really free. In short, if you don't have economic autonomy, you don't have personal liberty. It is as fundamental as that. Now, to make sure that capitalism would continue to survive and thrive, the Manhattan Institute and I wanted to create an organization that could have impact for many years to come. And so we decided that our first initiative would be the Adam Smith Society on business school campuses. We wanted to encourage the next generation of business leaders to discuss and debate all of the issues that reflect upon the business community and how they interact with our economic system. To promote such discussion, we have enlisted what we think are an A-class group of free market thinkers and entrepreneurial business leaders. Just to drop a few names, our speakers last year included Bobby Tudor, who you're going to hear from in a few minutes, Russ Roberts, Paul Singer, John Allison, and Michael Spence, the Nobel laureate. We're also actively encouraging chapters, as you know, to sponsor debates so that students can hear both sides of the issues and make up their own minds. In just a few weeks, we are co-sponsoring a debate at Yale with the prestigious public debate forum, IQ Squared, the topic of which is free speech is threatened on campus. And finally, we're providing students with educational opportunities through our Adam Smith Reader and our Adam Smith Weekly newsletter. And we have a new initiative. Next fall, Professor Jim Otteson, who is one of the country's foremost scholars on Adam Smith, is going to conduct a seminar for a small group of students on the philosophical underpinnings of capitalism. And I'm particularly excited about this because I'm going to get to go and learn along with you. I am proud to report that our business model is working well. Today we have chapters in 25 leading business schools, established professional organizations in 5 cities, and we have over 4,000 members. We expect to regularly add chapters, members, and new professional organizations over the next few years. The urgency to support capitalism is even greater today than it was 5 years ago. The anti-capitalist forces have gained much ground in that time. You can see it in the political campaigns, where income inequality is the rallying cry and success is derided. At one of the recent Democratic presidential debates, Bernie Sanders said, and I quote, "The business model of Wall Street is fraud." The business model of Wall Street is fraud? I mean, you can only imagine how angry that got me after 40 years on Wall Street. There should have been widespread outrage at this remarks, but the silence was deafening. Clearly, capitalism doesn't have a lot of defenders in the realm. Indeed, this proudly self-proclaimed socialist garnered over 80% of the votes of individuals between the ages of 18 and 29 in Iowa and in New Hampshire. Over 80% of the vote. Didn't these young people study history? Don't they know that socialism has failed abysmally everywhere that it's been tried, that it's plunged whole populations into misery and despair? Now, as bad as the rhetoric is, and you can tell I'm very upset about it, even worse are the actions being taken. Business profitability and growth is being hampered by overregulation and restrictive laws. And even popular flexible business models like Uber and Airbnb are fighting fiercely entrenched opponents at the local level. If our country is to prosper, if future generations are to thrive, we must turn this around. How can that be done? Guys, and that includes the girls in the room, I'm not sexist, we're counting on you and your classmates around the country. You are the future leaders of the business community that will lead the charge for positive change. The role of Adam Smith is to support you in this endeavor, both while you're in school and throughout your careers. We know that the mission that you're embarking upon will not be an easy one, but we are confident that with your passion, your creativity, your talent, your ambition, you will succeed for the sake of your future, for the future of your children, your grandchildren, and this country. And for that, I and everybody at Adam Smith thanks you. Thank you, guys.